Hello, everybody. It's Jim here. I hope you are great. And let me share some updates because a lot of you I received messages on Telegram and Discord about what I'm working, how the process is going, etc., etc. So if you remember on the last video, the process was going okay. The only downside was that I tried to refactor one application, the expert advisor that I'm working on, which it would be amazing. And when I did the refactor, I break a lot of things. So I needed not only I break a lot of things, I found a lot of issues in the logic, and because I have proceed very um, far ahead, the problem was, when you do a mistake and you continue to do it and you realize it way later that, oh, it was a flawed logic, then you need to go back and redo a lot of things and work on the logic, find workarounds, etc., etc. Um, let me actually show to you. Some asking me about the group, the paid group. It's going very good. Friday we cut the buy on the gold. We in fact risk 0.10% to make 2%. Okay, so 1 to 20 are. And the day before that, we made about half percent or 0.6%, whatever, etc., etc. So, but this video is about to um, show the progress. So let's put here 0.1. And again, as I have said many times, don't look about the sizes of the button, the colors, or the size of this or the text. It is because when I talk with AI back and forth, when I want to say a button is easier to identify that we're talking about this button because one function, let's say the buy, the sell, might exist in other places. So it's easier to identify and say, oh, it's the red button, instead of saying the sell, which exists in other parts of the EA. Um, Here. And also the graphics. Um, we don't care about that at the moment. Also, we don't care about the graphics at all. We care about have something that um, will work like gangbusters, and I promise you it will. But you remember last time, and if you go in um, previous, messages, you would be able to see one of the things. For example, if I was putting here, I wasn't able to see the candles behind that, or couldn't move everything as a one object, and the buttons here didn't work. So fixed many things. This is this model is almost similar to almost um, every risk reward tool. Uh, the only difference is I choose one that I'm more familiar with my own functions and settings, make it way better. Still work in progress, right? But let me show to you some things. For example, the text here was black, right now it's white. I might make those a little bit smaller, and the text I don't know yet. Um, but let me show to you some things now. I'll, it's not just a risk reward tool, it will be the most powerful tool that ever existed for manual trading if someone has a strategy, or it will be able down the line to connect with expert advisor and use its own risk reward engine. For example, let's say you have an amazing strategy, you have an amazing expert advisor, but that expert advisor doesn't have good risk reward options. This would be able down the line, not out of the gate, okay, to connect with the strategy and execute it based on those risk profiles that will exist here. The boss is yelling. Um, yes. Um, let's see what else. Now, this is also great for manual trading because let's say here we can see, okay, we're on a buy stop. Because why on a buy stop? Because actually, let me do it a little bit better. And let's say here, 130 and 123, and let's say here, 90, 123. Okay, let me see. As you could see here, okay, why buy stop? Because the price is here. So if we put any order, it would be buy stop. But if we put it below, okay, if we can buy limit. Now, let me actually show you a couple of tricks. You see, it calculates how much would be the profit, how many points, and I want to clear this because it says, 0.32940. Maybe I will stop it to 32. Okay, just to get some space here, some space as well, here some space as well. As I move this, calculate on the fly how much the lot size based on the stop loss would be. We could see here the stop loss. Okay, now what if I want to take a sell apart from here? Okay, if I drop this, as I drop it, and right now I notice one small problem. Yeah, okay, I know how to solve that. Okay, the boss here. Anyways, as you could see, when I switch it, I will be able to take the sell limit, obviously sell stop. Okay, now let's see some cool things. Instead of doing that, I could click the R. So if I'm on news, let's say, and I'm waiting on a specific level, okay, let's say I'm waiting here on the news, and let's say whatever, and let's say the news are bad. Instead of doing that, which by the way it maintained the positions, okay, the points. I mean, I could click like that. Boom. Let's see what else. If I click the M here, it's stuck with the price, so I could initiate by execution or as close to buy execution. Very good for news. a little bit careful because the spreads will go bigger, but as soon as spreads close, I can you know engage, and we can see here max get execution ready, and if I move it, I disengage, right? Or I can untoggle that. Now essentially, if I don't have the M, it will place a pending order. If I have the M, it will go into the market where the market is. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, to place the order, very easy. Click place the order. This is the take profit. This is the stop loss. And if I want, for example, of course, I can move it around. I will be able to close that. I would be able to open that in case I have more orders. So on the side, you see those buttons disappear because it cannot be moved. And let's say what else? We could see here the profit loss, um, the stop loss. But let's say I want to move it. Okay, I can move it from here, but I can also move it from here. I'm gonna release it. And here it will oh, I see, it pull that number here. We don't want to pull that number, we want to pull um okay, I see, after I executed the trade. Okay, I will write that down. You see, it's good because now I can find more issues. And when I click close, boom, close order. Click on that once again. Let me show to you something else. Let's say I have it, let's say the L, what it does. Okay, it locked the position. So now, as I move that, it prevent this, because when I don't have that, I move the entire thing. And if I am like that, as the price goes up or down, it moves the entire container, maintain the distance. But what if I want to say, okay, this is the level, this might be a liquidity grab, this is my stop loss. So I can wait, okay, and when I'm ready, I'm execute, and always calculate based on this stop loss. And as price goes closer or more away, um, um, it calculate the appropriate loss, a lot size on the fly, and I could simply click like place, and that's it. Okay? And most of the time, it will be activated depending the spread. Now, right now, it's Sunday, it's 11 o'clock. If I go over on 1 minute spreads, that would be bigger, but I will make it to essentially activated. Let's try one more time. Depend how big or small are the spreads in order to get the proper fill. Because let's actually and let's lock the price. And by the way, can I move it? Yes, I can. Okay. I unlock here the price, for example. Okay. But you see, when it was here on the spread, um, it was actually the spread open and close. So there is that. Don't worry. Um, on normal days it will always activate, but you see here it plays all the time. Um, so it's not that easy to activate trade. Uh, yes, and by the way, can I move that? Yes, I can. Close. And I could close parcels and stuff like that, or close the order. Um, here, here, here. I can engage it. And someone could scalp. And just like that, someone would do it. Anyway, that's about that. What else I wanted to show? I wanted to show few more caco. Let me see what else I wanted to show. Um, fixed. And if I put here $200, it will reach $200. But again, it is let's see. I mean, that's about that in relation of some of the stuff that we build. I mean, I don't want to show and take a lot of time. Here, for example, that says 56. I have stopped counting the versions until I bring it into an acceptable, let's say, an acceptable level. Normally, it would be more than 400 version right now, but I didn't want to have like because I'm doing changes and building a lot of stuff on the fly, but I'm putting like 15, 16 hours a day on that. It has like more than 10,000 lines of code, um, just this alone, and it's not even close to completion. I don't care about to complete it or make it perfect. I care about to bring it on a good level, which would be head and shoulders above the competition, and then do updates. For example, I don't want to put something out just to put something out, if that makes sense. Okay, I want to have like one of the best, or if not the best, baseline, and then to be able to put, to make more changes, and go based on feedback as well. For example, I know a lot of US people, they cannot have um, buy and sell orders. They need to close the buy and then take the sell. So if they have a buy, let's say here, there is a buy, right? When they take again a sell, okay? If they take a sell to close automatically the buy, um, the P here, for example, which I haven't implemented that function yet. I mean, some really, really, really cool stuff coming. There won't be any, I mean, a trading assistant, there are a lot of trading assistants to calculate how much you want to risk. But keep in mind, this won't only be the best trading assistant by far, okay? It will also have a compounding engine, a risk engine, stuff for mobile or tablet, the ability to connect with other expert advisors or indicators, um, a lot of stuff. So yeah, that, you know, that's some of the stuff upcoming, and this is a small update. I don't want to take a lot of your time, and I certainly don't want to take a lot of my time because I'm building and working a lot of a lot of hours. Um, let's see. But, yeah, I mean, I don't want to say more yet. I will have a better update. Hmm, that's it. I will have a better update in about a few weeks' time. That's all. The boss is yelling. And see you on the next one. Cheers.